All right, couple things tonight. First of all, is there nothing you people won't put up with? They got a saying for that in what supposedly was my ancestors' native land. Oofda. All right, tomorrow we got Robert Mueller testifying in front of Congress. I would encourage anybody who has the time or can take the time to watch to do so. Because it should be obvious to anybody paying attention that this was an illegal investigation started on false information. Meaning, for anybody who's even watched an episode of, let's pick the most ridiculous example, Night Court, that anything happening after that fact isn't chargeable. As a matter of fact, anyone who was bought up on charges because of that investigation being started legally, or at least wise according to the statutes as they're written, should have never been charged in the first place. You cannot obstruct an illegal investigation. So, why is it the Democrats are doing what they're doing? Anybody? Anybody? Obviously, they have something to hide. That's the only reason they would continue pushing this narrative. So let me give you a little remedial lesson in how the deep state works. In order for them to gain control over politicians, and by doing so, the laws that they try and institute and or create, they have to have something on them. And once you get them by the short hairs, or the balls, as some might say, they will dance on a string and do whatever they're told because they don't want their big secret to come out. And like it or not, believe it or not, that's what's been driving all of this. And the details surrounding how all this bullshit works, most of you will be shocked and horrified when it all finally comes out and the dam breaks. Because it's going to. And at this point, there's nothing they can do to stop it. Except for to continue doing what they've been doing. And anybody who hasn't at least raised an eyebrow, noticing how all this rolls by now, is an idiot. I don't know how else to explain it. Because even the kids who ride the short bus should have figured this one out by now. So this is a little comment for all of you high impact vlogs followers and Richie from Boston disciples. You're going to feel pretty stupid when all of this comes to a head. Because you were willing to take the words of somebody who doesn't even look into any of this shit as gospel. And in doing so, have quite literally made it possible for these evil bastards to gain as much control as they have. Whether or not these guys are working for the other side has yet to be determined. But one way or another, through the things that they say and the things that they get people to believe, they're helping them. Either by accident or design. Either they're that uninformed and that uneducated, or they're quite literally making money by disinforming and disenchanting the American people. I've said this before and I'll be more than happy to say it again. Everything changed in 2016. When some guy came along who doesn't roll with their philosophy, who doesn't believe in the system that they're trying to build. That's why he was a Democrat and is now a Republican. Because the guy finally woke up, just like a lot of people in this country need to do and around the world, to understand, at least wise to a small degree, what goes on here. I was like a lot of you are now, before the 2016 election. I believed everything these assholes had to say. And to a point, they were right. But they're so caught up and so committed to the things that they have said over the years that they're not backing off. And they're doing damage to the country that they repeatedly say they care about and or love. But I woke up. I don't believe that bullshit anymore because I've looked at all of this, what's been done to reverse it and reveal it to the rest of the world. And if I can wake up, why can't you? So let me try and help you along the way. How many of y'all know what happened in New York City, where cops are being attacked with buckets of water for merely trying to do their job? What do you think's behind that? Why do you think these things are happening and encouraged to happen? Well, it should be fairly obvious, even to the kids on the short bus. Somebody has something to hide, and they will literally rip this country apart to make sure that they can hide what it is they want to hide. So what is it you want? Do you want to continue to be part of the problem, or would you prefer to be part of the solution? Because if you're not willing to take an active interest in your own freedom and the future of your country, I hate to say it, you're part of the problem. So everybody off the short bus, and please take a seat. We understand that a lot of you might have wrapped your head around this concept by now. But there are those in the class who have yet to put on their thinking caps. So we're going to do this yet again until everybody gets it. Subversion leads to sedition, and sedition equals treason. And we understand what your liberal professors have told you, but that's how you landed in this class in the first place. But there are those who prefer to sit in the back, run their mouths, and not pay attention to the lessons trying to be taught to us all, and insist that they're the cool kids.